To implement those programs has been hundreds of millions of dollars. But I think they're hundreds of millions of dollars well spent because we've been able to see tremendous reductions. So from programs like our Green Flag Vessel Speed Reduction Program to our Clean Trucks Program to our being able to replace cargo handling equipment, and I think Thomas might have mentioned the first ever hybrid tugboat. I think we've seen far more achievements made through our programs, I think, than negative impacts from the fund spent. I don't know if you have any.
Yeah, I'd like to add that these green initiatives weren't always popular. We were fearful initially that we were going to lose our customer base, that they were going to go to another seaport that didn't have the same environmental regulations. I can tell you, both Samara and I have the opportunity to travel on behalf of the port. They tend to send me to Latin America since I speak Espanol. You know, conferences in Argentina as well as in Ecuador last summer. I used to think that Latin America could do whatever it wanted to its citizens. Guess what? Those communities are as vocal as ours are. And it's nice to be the leader. We think that it's great to be copied, if you will, because, again, I'm hearing more green talk from Latin American seaports these days. Again, those communities are saying you can't continue to impact our children with asthma and congestion and all these other byproducts of goods movement. So it started here and it's spreading throughout the world, and that's kind of cool to be the environmental leader.
Yes.
What are your economic relations with other ports?
I'm going to start doing this to you.
Both now. What are your economic relations with other ports, both national and international?
I don't think we have any financial or economic relationships with any other seaport. Each seaport is autonomous. So we are a city department of the city of Long Beach. So our technical name is really the Harbor Department for the city of Long Beach, but our operating name is the Port of Long Beach. So each port operates individually, and so there aren't any connections that we have financially with one another.
We have agreements. It's a little bit sexist to call them sister port agreements, but it's about sharing, collaborating, what works here, sharing it with a sister port across the Pacific or in Latin America or Europe. We're very involved in this share concept.
And I should probably correct my earlier statement. We do have memorandums of understanding, so MOUs with ports like Los Angeles on environmental programs.
Yes.
So we both pay into the same pot to implement the programs, but that's probably the extent, I think. And we share funds for some security initiatives that we're doing, so we both pay into the same pot to fund certain types of programs. Another question? John?
Cold.
How does the community feel about your safety?
I beg your pardon?
How does the community